Hello everyone, this is my cat. This is me, and this is a Gale cat on my soldier. Soldier? Alright, I'm jumping off the cliff. But anyway, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail, and we gotta finish these role quests, otherwise I'm gonna go insane. We technically have 3 left, but this third one I finished literally at the end, and then I had to end off and get off the stream. So we're literally at the final thing. I just realized that this thing is leading into the HUD. This symbol here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so. And then I try to. Okay, hang on. Trans gauge, interflow gauge, and I try to put the little There we go. The little interflow gauge on the it's goggles for the Bahamut there in the bottom left. And little interflow goggles. Yeah, sorry, that was bleeding into that. It's odd. Anyway, doesn't matter. Peke! How you doing? The battle was hard fought, but we made it through Virazon. Virazon is the responsibility of the Radiant Host now. And now that I've done what I pledged to do, I must return home and bring the good tidings to my mother and father. Yet before doing so, there are many others I must thank. In the meantime, can I count on you to meet my family until Yolo for one final farewell? My parents will surely be glad to see you again. Will they? Don't really know them that well. Unless she wants me to meet her family. It's so sudden. She's cute. She's got that tomboy aesthetic. I will say though, I don't really know much about her character. Her character isn't really top in this, these role quests. She has a strong sense of duty. That's really all I got. She didn't really go through an arc, I'd say. Why, if it isn't your honor, I'm pleased to say I've quite recovered since last we met. Perhaps one day, I'll have the chance to save you in return. Let's finish the quest off. I didn't expect to see you until Yolal again so soon. Is Speke well? Yeah, she's coming back. It's fine. Wow, that trip does take a short amount of time. She really did it. And the man who stole our sacred treasure will answer for his deeds. Father! Mother! It's good to see you. I'm sure Ioana's already told you what happened. I couldn't have retrieved our treasure without her. So we've heard. And Ioana also told us your wits and bravery were essential to your success. That's true, she's a smart cookie. On behalf of our whole village, I thank you for guiding the Peke in her quest, Ioana. That being said, when she did tell off, visit the main bad guy in this quest, it was pretty raw. I was like, go off, queen. Now the perch of the apex must be returned and put under careful guard once again. The story of the 12 Vidrell's demise proves that we are not meant to wield its power as its own or as our own. Power to throw rocks at people. I'm sorry, Father, but I disagree. Once I return to the village, I want to tell everyone what happened in Davnir. They need to know what the treasure is capable of, or else we risk forgetting once again. Yeah, just tell everyone your family secret. I won't deny that the Apex's power is dangerous. I saw with my own eyes what happens when it's wielded with abandon. During the course of our search, I also saw potential. If we fully understood how it worked, we could use it without risk to ourselves or other people. We could turn something we once feared to our advantage, instead of letting it become obscured in legend. She makes a good point, I guess. Although I don't know how random falling rocks will help do that, but sure. I can see the reason in that. Oh, I think it's when the last rock hit the main bad guy dude. It's a sense of karma. Should our safety be threatened, the treasure may grant us means to protect ourselves. But can we be trusted to use it responsibly? Great power breeds great desire. Someone with the same ambition as Virazon may rise again, perhaps from among our own. True, that is always the case. I dare say that once I regale them with the rise and fall of the Justiciar, they'll think twice before following his misguided footsteps. They're gonna listen to that story and they'll be like, I am not as stupid as that guy. I could totally use that thing for good, and then just use it. Because that guy was dumb. As our forebears relied on the legend of Toral Vidral's fate to forbid the treasure's use, we can rely on the stories of Virazon's fate to urge caution. And this time, we have someone who lived through it to tell the tale. Of course, I'm going to be guiding people in safe use of a potentially dangerous treasure. I see no choice but to inherit my father's position as its guardian. Some may raise their eyebrows at the prospect of a loose-lipped Tepeke serving as the perch of the Apex's protector, but I've grown from my mistakes. And who better to tell the tale of Virazon's and Tepeke's failures? Yeah, let her do it. Let her. That's a good arc. I'd say. Your only mistake was in trusting Virazon. The same as I and many others. But unlike him, you have the willpower to overcome your own failings. Over the course of your long and arduous journey, you've gained a wealth of experiences, and your efforts have finally been rewarded. You took responsibility for your actions, and by doing so proved your convictions to our people. They shall listen to this proposition with open minds, I'm certain. Hooray! They're so short. I didn't realize how short they are. Now we must say farewell. As much as it pains me to do so, I owe you a debt I could never hope to repay. Once I return to the village, I'll do my utmost to protect the treasure we worked so hard to retrieve. Until next we meet, may fortune smile upon you. I'm glad that she went through a nice arc there. That's pretty good. She got to realize, well, maybe we can use this treasure for some good. So, that's good at least. Still, like, it does have that problem of most of these role quests have been kind of boring. Or I feel like they go on too long. Like, it's like they're going on a bit long and what we're doing and not really doing much in the story until like the last act, and I don't know. I just realized I have this vacation outfit on. Well, I'm gonna go in. So we're doing tank now. So I have a vacation outfit on. Okay, this is very funny. Should I just go in this outfit? Even though it is summer. Depends where we're going. Yeah, well, let's see where we're going. What weapon do I have? What the hell is this? Oh, it's one of the Mandeville weapons. The amazing Mandeville Gunblade, but not the right one. Okay. Anyway. Next we do tank, then healer. Lozen Nikwe. Wall beckons. The young woman gazes into the horizon with a troubled expression. Oh. Hello. Judging by your attire, you must be the traveler from across the seas, and I suppose Brook Evu has enlisted you to our aid. Yeah. What you need, buddy? That you were guided here safely must be the work of the brave Narwhal, who remains watchful even in this dire time. We are ever grateful for its vigilance. You guys pray to a whale? My name is Lozen Nikwe, and I hail from the northern reaches of Shoktaral, where even our breath freezes when caught in the chilling winds. Our people revere Toral Vidral of the Narwhal, whose essence rests in cradle of the sleepless, our most sacred treasure. Through fathomless depths, it swam without rest, protecting its home from any who would do it harm. Wait a minute, the northern reaches? Oh my god. She's Canadian! Legends tell the narwhal could place the burden of its fatigue upon another, and thus
was able to maintain his vigil night and day, so too can any who possess the cradle lull a person, willing or no, into a deep slumber, all while avoiding the need for sleep themselves. Needless to say, such power could cause untold harm. In the wrong hands, thus was the greatest warrior of our village, Tentoawa, tasked with crossing the ocean and returning that which is most sacred to us. I have joined him, but I fear I would only be a burden, so I remained here, that I might find someone to send to his aid. Tentoawa has ever rushed bravely and blindly into the thick of things, leaving me behind to watch and worry. But if there's anything I can do to help him, even a little, then I must. Brook Evu has done well to send you to me. I can tell you are just the woman to temper his more reckless tendencies and keep him safe during his quest. As luck would have it, a letter from Tentoawa arrived shortly before you did. It seems he discovered that the thief made their way to a place called Ishgard.
Aha. From one cold place to another.
While I don't doubt his prowess, even Tentoawa would be rendered helpless before Noel's lullaby. Please, could you follow him to Ishgard and find him before he does anything rash?
Is Ishgard like a second home to me? It's way too cold there. And although Harshaphon was there, it's a pretty good expansion. Except when it's not. I won't let your treasure be misused. I can't call a place a second home to me if I didn't even know the inn was there for the longest time. I still haven't even stepped foot in it.
Thank you, Joanna. I knew that Narwhal would guide a brave protector to our side. Tentoawa sails to an unfamiliar place, but despite his hasty nature, he'd doubtless spend time gathering information about his new surroundings before planning his next step. If Ishgard has a place like this one, where people gather to drink and talk, he might go there first. As for a swordsman with blue hair and attire like mine, and I'm sure it won't be long until you find him.
Hi. Good day, ma'am.
That's Australian.
Oh, fuck. I forgot what do Canadians say? I actually can't remember. Can't even remember when I used to watch episodes of South Park back then. I don't remember what those fucking Terrence and Phillip things said. Before we go, let's see. Can I have like a winter outfit here? Something that protects against the cold. Well, alright. I can, except for the fact that this is Dragoon and Lancer. Just go. Huh. I just realized that I don't have something like that. Crazy. I like that outfit, I like that outfit. That outfit's pretty good, but I don't use it a lot. Check go real quick. I don't need to do this, but I want to do this. Let's go check for Glamour Dresser and see if we have something. If I don't have anything, then I'm just gonna go in one of my other outfits. Okay, let's see a coat. If I'm correct, then it would have to be the Imperial coats. And I don't have the tank coat, I think. Why do I have 2 Imperial coats of... Okay. Wow, out of all the Imperial coats, I have none for tank. I have none of the tank ones. Well, we could quickly do the dungeon. No, I'm not doing that. Fine. Is there any chest piece that is a tank? You know what? Hang on. I wish I could pick... Oh, we're just doing it this way. Alright. The armor. That's a pretty good coat. That looks coat-like, right? Yeah, there's like fur there, and it's very Ishgardian. Yeah, alright, let's do that one. Okay, so we go here. Which one do I replace? Is it... I do not do warrior a lot. Although this arbor attire... Did I dye it before? I don't think I did. Let's go with this one. Fierce Tyrant's clothes. Do they have other Fierce Tyrant's clothes? Yeah. Could just go as a set then. Can I even wear the Fierce Tyrant helmet? I can, but can I? No, I can't take off the visor, so I'm just gonna take off the helmet anyway, so we're gonna put the glasses on. That's a good idea. Unless we have a hat that is wearable. Let's go with this. Perfect. It's Ishgardian, if anything. Alright. The graphics on the armor is not that good, but it's, you know, we'll take it. Well, why is he here? Wait a minute. Looking too fast. It says Ishgard. It doesn't say specifically which Ishgard. Okay, fine. Let's go to Idleshire and take us closer. Like I got the shoe roll pants. Where in Ishgard are you? Why won't I point to him? Is he here? I doubt he's here. He has to be in Ishgard. It just points us to all of Ishgard. That's ridiculous. What? I think I know where to start. We gotta go to the Forgotten Night, because that's where she said, hey, yo, I need you to talk to some people. Find out where he is. Yeah, that was right. Okay. Hey man, Gubrilant. Yeah, see, there's the innkeep. I never went in there. But isn't Joanna? What will it be? Hey man, I've played this expansion forever and I don't know what voice I gave you, so, yeah. Lad from the Western continent? Well, I can't be going around gossiping about the comings and goings of my customers, now can I? That's a quick way to an empty tavern. But I suppose since you're you, I can make an exception just this once. Lad, much like the one you described, walked through my door not long ago. Was asking anyone whose ear he could bend about some stolen narwhal or some such he was after. Usually you buy someone a drink before interrogating them, but not him. Nobody knew what he was going on about, but he was determined. Asked where else in Ishgard people might gather to flap their lips. So I told them to head to the Jeweled Crozier. If you leave now, I reckon he'll still be there. You'll know him when you see him. Trust me. Hey, he said he got blue hair or something? Blue hair and them pronouns, am I right, guys? Am I right? My wife left me for jokes like that. Man, if I had a wife, that'd be funny. Just proceed to make more uncomfortable jokes as the stream goes on. Like, everyone's like, what's wrong with him? What's going on with him? What's he doing? Hot-blooded youth. And he does have a different set of clothes. Hello, hot-blooded youth. What's happening? Whoa, why are you so angry? What did you say to him? Did you tell him the Ishgardian salt rock was bad? Bunch of useless. By Narwar's horn. You'd think manners keep people warm for how desperately these people cling to them. And here I'm trying to rid their city of a thief. Hey, you good, buddy? Yes? It seems you know me, but I don't think I've ever seen you before. I'd remember. Was it your wife? Your girlfriend? Lozen Nikwa sent you? Even across oceans you can sense when I'm in trouble. Oh, I won't deny a helping hand, especially one with her blessing. I'm having no luck getting information from these people. Seems there are unwritten rules regarding favors that no one's bothered to tell me. Don't worry, I'm the hero of this place. I can help out. I know the thief traveled here, but that's what the trail runs cold. I thought it'd only be a matter of time until they used the cradle to commit some misdeed or another, but it seems nothing is amiss within or without it. Ishgard's walls. Who says within or without? Without is to lack of something. Okay, whatever. I have only a description to go on, although it's availed me nothing so far. A woman of a race known in this land as Elizan. She has striking red hair and eyes the color of rust. A scar dominates her forehead, and a mole rests upon her lips. She came to my village posing as a scholar with an interest in the cradle. Although she gave us a name, I know now it was a lie, just like everything else that spewed from her mouth. The bounty of meat, vegetables, and fruits she offered was worth its weight in gold to us. After the cold snap we suffered last year, we couldn't afford to turn her away. But looking back, I realized how brazen her deception was. Although she wore the robes of a scholar, she moved with the poise of a predator. I marked her as a fearsome warrior the moment I laid eyes upon her. Of course, she wouldn't have been able to travel so far north on her own if she was unseasoned. So I done nothing at the time. It was my first misstep of many. That's all I know. It's not much, but if you see even the smallest scrap of clue in there, it'd be a damn sight better than what I currently have. No. She's got a skilled sword among the knights of the congregation. She said she was a scholar, but is she a scholar? Yeah, I would go with the skilled sword part. If she's skilled, that's what you noticed. A skilled sword would be known among the knights of the congregation. Knights, was it? I suppose that's what you call these deadly-looking fellows clad in steel. Yes, you may be onto something there, but where would we find one willing to speak? I know a lot of knights. I can ask around. At their barracks? Near the tavern? I know the way. I'll meet you there. Oh, we're already getting more leads than this dude had. Alright, let's see. Cartridge charge 2. The third cartridge can be stored in the powder gauge. Charges solid barrel, demon slaughter, gnashing fang, burst strike, Right. Cool. Let's see. Over by the Forgotten Knight. Keep forgetting the Forgotten Knight also is a place where the knights, well, go. Hey man. Hello, Filmobert. Filmobert? Whatever your name is. French person. Why, Mistress Oyster, what brings you to the congregation? This Passage of the Unbound is not a name I have heard before. But if one of their number has brought an artifact of great power to Ishgard, we would be ill-advised to suffer their presence. We shall act on this information at once. If there is aught that would threaten the peace, then it is our duty to root it out. Consider the knights of the congregation at your disposal. Thank you for hearing us out, truly. Now, does anything about the description we shared ring a bell? An elven woman with red hair and eyes the color of rust. Wait, you said she bore a scar on the forehead? Yes. And a mole? No, it could not be. You know who she is? Well, such information is privy only to those within our order. I understand my hesitation. What? Weren't you just listening to anything we told you? She's too dangerous to be left alone. This isn't the time for secrecy. I know I'm a stranger in your city, but I can't stand by while innocent lives might be at risk. If you can't trust Tentoawa, then trust me. Like, this person's probably very dangerous. You're right, of course. If the hero who ended the Drakensong War is not worthy of our trust, then who is? Very well. Master Tentoawa, my apologies. Although you may not be Ishgardian, your desire to keep its people safe is plain to see. We shall place our trust in you, as Mistress Joyster has. I'm glad we can see eye to eye. Now then, what do you know of this thief? Your description called back some old memories. Memories of a knight named Leovine. Merely recalling her story makes me ill at ease, for the mark she left upon our honorable order was black as pitch. None know of her whereabouts since she was expelled from the congregation. I thought living with the same shame of her deeds would be a punishment enough, but if she now consorts with villains that threaten the very foundation of the order, then 'tis clear we can suffer her freedom no longer. I shall inform my superiors of this development and suggest that the congregation does all in its power to track down Leofine and place her in custody. If we learn aught of value, I promise to share it with you at once. Really? That's more than we could have asked. Hooray! I suppose we gotta consider what to do in the meantime. Care to join me over there, Joanna? Okay. So apparently this girl is infamous to a lot of people. Interesting. Need my eggs. Also, they gave me new materia. Put that in my saddlebag. Putting too many materia now. So we have a name. Leofine. A former knight of Ishgard. That means she knows how to hide herself in this city well. Grasping around at straws won't get us anywhere. My own unfamiliarity does little to help our chances. We may have no choice but to wait until the knights discover a lead. Nevertheless, I intend to spend every waking moment learning more about this city and its workings. As for you, I only ask that you be ready to move at a moment's notice. Until then, be well. Alright. Let's just wear this. Alright, what's going on? Hey, Joanna. I've been walking Ishgard streets wherever I've been able. I've taken to searching for any sleeping people. You see, the land I'm from is much warmer than this. People know not to tempt fate dozing off in the open air. Even those blind with drink manage to find their way home somehow.
I figure the only force powerful enough to overcome that instinct for self-preservation would be the cradle. So if we find a sleeper exposed to the elements, we may very well discover Leofine nearby. Can't imagine she brought it all this way just to remain idle. It's a tedious prospect, but we need to scour every back alley and shadowed walkway before anyone catches on to something much worse than the cold.
Right, so this thing is just a powerful sleep spell? Because, I mean, any caster can cast sleep.
Mr. Choister, Master Tentawa, I bring good tidings.
Well, why is the music bad?
The Temple Knights wasted no time in distributing handbills across Ishgard containing Leofine's description. These efforts have already borne fruit. We but recently received a report of someone matching her features being sighted.
Really? Where?
She was sighted near Camp Dragonhead by a patrolling sentry. He described a woman with red hair and a distinct scar on her forehead. The outpost can be reached by passing through the Gates of Judgment and heading east. Once there, speak with Sir Eugenois for the full report.
Got it.
I knew she'd show herself. Let's hurry, Joanna.
Look at this lighting. My glasses reflect so much. I also like how my warrior leg just does not at all do any salute. I also like bots try to trick me with their cheap users. Shut up, bot. Sorry. Have to ban that guy. Cheap viewers on some random site. It's like, yeah. It's like a unicorn.
Is this a unicorn?
Oh no, it's just a horse.
It's just a horse.
Whoop. Yellow.
That must be him. Well, don't dally.
Eugenois? Hello?
Huh. I was informed you were on the way. This is concerning the report by one of our sentries, yes? He said that a woman matching the description in the handbill sent by the congregation. She was heading south along the footpath, but that is all we know.
Oh, is that somebody?
Yes, this is Eugenois.
What? Hold fast, I shall send aid at once.
What happened? A shipment of supplies was waylaid by monstrous beasts. A contingent of Temple Knights should have been protecting it, but something is amiss. They need our help. We would be in your debt. The shipment was attacked on the road west of the observatorium. I shall muster more knights. Please, go find my men before any lives are lost.
Let's go help out.
Swoon.
Papa black sheep. Was it like a... You fight a... Oh my god, you do. You just fight a giant black sheep. It's just that these fates don't give a lot of experience, otherwise I would totally be doing them. No, there's no like... They should backport gemstones to the game. To all the old areas. That would be nice.
It should be close, right? I'll search the other side of the river, Joanna. You search further down the road and keep your weapon at ready.
Yeah, we riding. Oh. Hey everyone! damn. Fucked them up.
Didn't even finish my sword combo.
You saved us. We were almost.
Oh.
Look at them big furry crocodiles. You won't be feasting today.
Oh, good job, dude.
Not a moment too soon. The wide eye watches eternal, and eternal is the sleep it bestows.
Was that a nice little prayer?
So what does this have to do about the sleep spell? Unless someone got put... Oh, wait, yeah, those guys are asleep. Or dead.
We failed. Oh no, they're not. Just look. They're asleep. That's all.
What?
Good.
God.
Our trusty chocobo suddenly became unsure on their feet, and the wagon toppled onto the side of the road. There's nothing for it but to fix the damage on the spot.
Look at them eepy.
A couple of nights we went to the security area, but before I knew it, each and every one of them had fallen asleep before where they were standing. And the beast attacked. It was just me before the snarling fangs.
Good God. Someone with a generic sleep spell did this to them, how could they?
Time to wake up. Sleep here any longer and the cold will have you.
Wake up!
What happened? Did you start slapping him?
His bedside manner is amazing.
We fell asleep, but we were patrolling.
He must be mistaken. A temple knight would never shirk his duty so.
Are you calling me a liar? I saw you fall over on your arse with my own eyes. If not for Sir Eugenois' quick response and the bravery of these warriors, we all would be food for the vultures by now. The congregation will hear of this dereliction of duty, you can be sure.
Oh man, they're gonna execute us.
Now hold on just a moment. They aren't the ones to blame. A sacred relic of my people was stolen. And now it's the time. Sorry. And now isn't the time. Sorry, I forget I said anything.
These poor guys gonna get arrested. Or executed because they fell asleep. We should probably tell them.
Whatever dizziness overtook the chocobos seems to have passed. So I'll resume my journey once the carriage is repaired. Assuming my guards are quite refreshed. I believe we can make it on our own. Please return to Camp Dragonet and warm yourselves. It's no coincidence that the giant birds and the two guards took leave of their senses around the same time. This is the work of the creator. I like how he calls them giant birds. Like, I guess chocobos would exist over in Shaktural. But even though Leofine was here, she's no longer. Let's return to the city and consider our next steps.
Alrighty.
Oh, back to Foundation.
We received a report from the incident near Captain Dragonhead. 2 of our own, sleeping on duty? By the Fury. Had you reached them even a moment later, this day would have been much darker. Although it pains me to say it, those 2 shall be punished as befits the magnitude of their negligence. We're killing them!
If I may, I believe the blame rests entirely on their shoulders. The cradle of the sleepless was used against them. I'm certain.
Oh, yes. You said it possessed the power to lull others to deep sleep. I admit that would explain the exceptional circumstances. That or people just used a sleep spell, which exists in this universe, but let's just go with that. Regardless, they were still bested by their enemy, and their charge was almost killed as a result. Punishment is the only recourse.
That's unfair.
I see. A harsh stance, maybe, but I can respect that you don't treat your duty lightly.
No, I don't respect that at all.
Well, if you learn anything of Leo Fine's plots, please let us know at once. Even though we didn't find her, I'm glad we were able to save those soldiers. Thank you for coming to us.
No, there's the Temple Knights who owe you thanks. We shall continue our search. Rest assured, you shall be the first to know of any developments.
Joanna, there's more I would tell about the cradle. Things I should have told you sooner. Join me over there and I'll do my best to fix that mistake.
Okay.
What's going on? You gonna tell me this thing also just like steals people's souls or something?
Now you've seen with your own eyes what I've only been able to describe. The narwhal's lullaby can put even ardent warriors into a restful slumber. Nothing has ever been seen like this ever before.
Yeah.
They may as well be defenseless as a newborn babe. Even with such power, my people have never used it to attack our enemies.
Yeah, we just use it to cure insomnia.
My sole purpose has always been to keep a single person awake, an eternal guardian, who would never sleep, never rest. The wide eye. Me.
What?
For 10 years I've been awake, training day and night to gain strength. I have now the strength to shield my people.
Good lord. That's a lot. Never sleeping. I mean, although that would be nice if you never feel tired. Like the ability to never sleep. Like you get to just do everything you want in the days and be forced to go eepy.
Of course, another must receive the weariness I cast aside. The shut-eye. You've met her, in fact. Lois and Nikwe.
Oh, so you two, one sleeps, the other stays awake.
As I've been awake these 10 years, she spent the better part of her days in deep slumber. Her brief periods of wakefulness were spent exercising and eating so her body doesn't waste away. And so we've barely spoken, despite how much I depend on her. When we were young, we'd spend our days exploring the mountain paths. But that time has long passed.
Damn.
Telling you all this now, I realize how very little of my life has been dedicated to my own pursuits. Lois and Nikwe and I both devoted ourselves entirely to the protection of our village.
Don't you miss Lois and Nikwe? You basically don't talk to each other now anymore, since one sleeps and the other stays awake forever.
I do. I see her only when I have to use the cradle. And even then, she is sleeping. I barely remember what her smile looks like.
Oh.
A life unencumbered by sleep might seem like a life of freedom.
It does.
But if those you care for the most aren't there to share it with you,
Make you feel like a person. Yeah, that's what sucks. That would suck if like someone you care about is takes on the act of I must go to sleep all the time.
But we don't have the luxury to dwell on regrets. I see now that although my people never used the cradle for ill, wicked hearts can twist anything toward evil. And that's something I can't tolerate. The very thought of this might happen again makes the bile churn in my gullet. We must bring Leo Fine's schemes to an end.
Sure, man.
Between sleep and death.
Ah, just the person I wanted to see. I'd like to ask your advice on a certain matter, if you don't mind. It's been a while since my last letter to Lois Inekwe. I wanted to wait until I discovered something worth sharing to write her, but we're still completely in the dark. I don't want her to worry, but I don't know what to tell her. Just tell her in your good spirits. That will suffice. I'm pretty sure she just wants to hear from you. You might be right. Silence might make her think that something terrible has happened. Alright, I'll start right away. I may not have much time left. Oh, don't misunderstand. It's nothing so grave as that. It's just the last time I used a cradle was just before it was stolen. Luckily, I'm still alert as I've ever been. It won't be long until I must dream like any other. I will give Leovine free rein while I'm helpless in bed. There is no quarry more dangerous than one who doesn't sleep. You have to see this through before that happens.
Right.
I mean, maybe it'll be nice to finally sleep.
But I will say that the cradle, at first, okay, yeah, all it does is be able to sleep. But hearing the other ability of it, okay, that does make it pretty unique. Pretty much to where the user can just put other people to sleep and then never sleep again. Meaning they could do whatever they want, which is pretty powerful. This guy already trained pretty well for 10 years on no sleep. Like, you do everything. So many hours just gained.
Mr. Joyster, Master Tentawa, we received reports that several groups of Temple Knights have fallen afoul of what can only be your stolen artifact.
Several? Let me guess, they were all guarding someone else?
Would be correct. It's the duty of a knight to protect those who cannot protect themselves. If we fail at even the most basic function, then our honor means nothing. As if the incident near Camp Dragonhead was not shameful enough, the knights in these most recent attacks were left in quite compromising positions.
What the fuck?
Okay, she's just fucking around.
What is this? Why put them in water?
The weight of the embarrassment is a trifle compared to the guilt we would bear of any innocent kept harm. The Fury is merciful in that respect, but we would rather not see these incidents repeat. Still, while the Temple Knights must work to repair their reputation in the days ahead, it's a far cry from bringing Ishgard crumbling to its knees. Truth be told, the methods of this passage of the Unbound leave me mystified. But Leofine was cunning, and nothing else, till we can discern her true motivations. We have little recourse but to wait until she makes a mistake.
Perhaps she gets her jollies seeing people humiliated. But it's also probably she's testing the limit of the artifact's power. I do want to say, though, perhaps she gets her jollies seeing people humiliated. Truly dastardly. Many among the knights have suggested the same. Leofine may be part of this esoteric order, but she's never been one to put her own interests first and foremost.
The cradle is a tool of peace. Your Leofine uses it for childish pranks. She makes a mockery of its sacred power. We have to get out of her clutches. And to do that, we have to start by asking the right questions. This new information makes me wonder, why she focused her attention on the Temple Knights?
Did they wrong her or something?
I have pondered the same. Posted at Camp Dragonhead are knights from many houses of repute, including House Fortem. Being a former Temple Knight herself, Leofine doubtless knows their habits and training. Perhaps she makes it easier for her to exploit their weaknesses.
Then if we follow the Knights, we may pick up her trail. It's not ideal, but it's the best we have to go on.
Well, a large contingent of knights has recently been dispatched to Kurtus.
You remember Gorgain Mills, yes? No. Has lain abandoned ever since the heretics were driven from it. I do not remember that. I think it was in the Rome Reborn. Was there a heretic plotline in that? We had to save some dude who people were saying he was a heretic but wasn't. If there's ever the risk that the unsavory elements might infest it once again. Thus have the Temple Knights planned joint patrols of its premises with other contingents. If you speak with Sir Redwald at Falcon's Nest, I'm certain he would be glad to have you along. Yeah, let's go. Thanks for the info, buddy. I was about to say, like, are we gonna cut to a different scene? Like, maybe, oh, look at this guy. Do, do, do. Do, do. Okay, where are we? Yes, Falcon's Nest. It does. So, yeah, what up, Redwald? Haven't seen you in forever. Surprised I remembered this tertiary character. Is that Mistress Joyster I see? Of course, you are ever welcome in Falcon's Nest, yet I believe I do not know who your companion here. You know, we're just trying to capture a girl who's gone crazy with sleep powers. Indeed, whispers of Temple Knight's humiliations have reached us even here. Falling asleep while on duty, I did not believe the stories, but it seems there was truth in them after all. I fell asleep, true, but it wasn't their fault. We suspect they fell victim to an enemy wielding a powerful artifact. Now the rumors fail to mention anything like that. If it can lull even trained warriors to sleep, then we must treat it as a serious threat. Nevertheless, if one knight falls, another is always ready to take their place. So long as the artifact cannot put an entire regiment under its spell, I believe we are well positioned to combat it. Interesting. The idea of your allies falling in battle doesn't seem to disturb you at all. Why how from a single warrior is responsible for the safety of his entire village? Make no mistake. We do not doubt allies' mettle, and we mourn every loss. Yet each man and woman here knows that if they must quit the battle, another sword just as fierce will take their place. To know that an ally has your back, it would allow you to fight with abandon. Yeah, that's true. Makes a lot of sense. Also, look at the background over there, the stairs. It's like, it looks like a PNG. The graphics update has not hit certain parts of the game yet. I believe this Leofine might take an interest in our activities at Gorgane Mills, yes? A party has already left, accompanied by a group of Temple Knights. Oh, I think that was where we met Ysael. I think that, yeah. That or was one of the locations over there. If your suspicions are correct, then they are at risk. I would ask that you follow in their tracks to ensure they have not fallen victim to foul play. The mills can be found in the north, just across the Black Iron Bridge. The party should be arriving there soon, conditions permitting. We have to reach them before Leo finds us. Alright, no problem, buddy. You got this. I'm gonna go over there and they're all asleep, aren't they? Probably. This is a good area. You know, nice area. I like snow. Only problem is there is only one Aetheryte in the entirety of the fucking area. There's one. Just like fucking Ozzy Law. We're gonna think of putting one other one like near the bridge. I know mostly Aetherytes are by settlements, but still, come on, man. Good lord.
I don't know why I do not need to eat these. Oh wait, that's right. I had a... Where is it? Here it is. Slumber return. Wow, very appropriate. Hang on. Okay. There. Goodness. Slumber Eternal. Very appropriate that they take that orchestrion role and put it there for Slumber Eternal. Anyway, these guys are asleep. We're too late. They're fast asleep. At least they're not dead. But Redwald gave the impression they were more. These knights must have been lookouts. We should awaken them. But keep your eyes peeled for Leo, fine. I'll rouse these ones. You search that building yonder.
Who the hell are you? How'd you get past the guards?
Talking about me? Oh. Hello.
Get up. It's you. Thank the Fury you arrived when you did. Those dogs struck when our backs were turned. I assume the Temple Knights were protecting the entrance, so I wasn't as cautious as I should have been. Were they killed?
No, they're just asleep. It's fine.
Sleeping? I've heard the stories, of course, but I didn't think they were true. Whoever's behind this, I'm sure they didn't count on you showing up. For now, we shall tend to our wounds and finish our inspection here. Mistress Oyster, I asked that you join the knights outside and wait until we're finished.
Got it.
We've gone through 2 quests yet, and we haven't met this woman. Until now, I think, right? He's staring at somebody. Oh. There she is! That's not that big of a scar. Oh, she's kind of cute. Hey, yo? You can put me to sleep anytime, ma'am. That doesn't make any sense.
Ha! As I thought. Just when I was becoming bored, I sighted a familiar face among these slumbering knights. I simply had to come and make sure it was you. You finally found the courage to show yourself. Hand over the cradle now and I won't kill you.
Oh, she jumped. It's actually a funny jump. She looked like her character model just sort of phased upwards, and I was like, alright. Now time to go down with an animation.
What did they call you again? The Wide Eye? You must have had quite the journey to come this far.
What up? Baby's face me?
Be careful, Joanna. This is our quarry, the thief who stole the cradle of the sleepless. This is Leo Fine.
I got her, it's fine.
That is your ally. That is your ally? Their arms hardly look fit to hold a sword. Who's to say they do not seek your artifact for themselves?
How dare you? How would you insult me that way? That's not cool, man.
It matters not, I suppose. Before you both throw your lives away, I suggest you think for a moment. Is the cause you fight for worth the sacrifice? So few of us know true freedom. If there is aught you would grasp with your own hands, do so before they wither and your eyes shut for the last time. The codes and rules that would bind men are mere illusions. Open your eyes. Truly open them, and you shall see a path all your own. Only a fool would waste their life in the struggle of another.
Quit spouting nonsense!
Nonsense. Perhaps I am here because of another, after all. Apyai, who came to me at the height of my debauchery and welcomed me into her devious brotherhood,
She guided me to great power, yes. And now I lead others upon the unbound path.
Wait, her name's Apyahi? The bunny girl?
Truth be told, I have little interest in seeing where it ends. To tear down the world's nations, integrate among them, and usher the world into, well, what does it matter? Yet I do derive a great pleasure in shaming the Temple Knights and seeing the snickers and jeers deflate their pompous stride as they walk down the streets. If this artifact can hasten their fall from grace, I believe I shall keep it.
You're just doing it for kicks? Oh my god, he's going Super Saiyan! This is what happens when you're in no sleep. I know the path I walk. The one that leads to your downfall. And I won't abandon it. I'll take the cradle back. And then I'll... Oh... That's not good. Hang on, don't put that thing on me. I'm afraid they will actually work.
Oh dear. You seem to lose your train of thought. I know you cannot hear me, but if you want your artifact back, I must suggest stealing it from me while I'm asleep. But considering the burden I've just passed to you, that opportunity may not come for some time yet. Why, I feel absolutely transcendent. To think the shackles of fatigue weighed so heavily.
Yeah, I do be like that when you're too eepy.
Alas, it appears the artifact needs its own repose of sorts. No matter, I learned more than enough to take my next step.
I knew it, you were testing the limits.
See to it that this lot is disposed of. 'Tis the least you can do for the freedom I have given you.
Oh no. Probably should have put me to sleep and then killed me, but alright, whatever. Good luck with that. Anyway. Wow, they really did it, huh? Anyway. Yo, wake the fuck up! Try as you might to rouse Tentoawa. He seems completely detached from the waking world. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm sure it was the idol, or maybe his time of awake just ran out.
It looks like you saved us twice today. Thank you. But what of him?
Us asleep, just as we were. Could this be what Sir Firmalbert warned us of in his report?
Yeah, puts you to sleep.
I see. Then those stories are more than just wicked rumors.
I suppose there is small comfort in the fact that our enemy tipped their hand without causing loss of life. Well, the drowsiness made my eyes heavy. My ears could not mistake Leovine's arrogant voice. If she would not scruple to attack former comrades in arms, then she has fallen farther than I dared imagine. Like he was like, if she hasn't killed us, then she's a loser.
Yet we bear the blame of her allowing her to get the upper hand, and in so doing put innocent lives in danger. Another black mark on an order.
It was thanks only to you and your companions' efforts that the snow was not stained red this day. At the very least, allow us to carry him to the congregation. Yes, please.
Our work here is done, so we shall accompany them as far as Falcon's Nest, Joanna. Pray, return to Ishgard and look after your friend.
Well. Yeah, my guess is he hasn't woken up compared to the others because maybe his time ran out. That or, you know, the others had more time to sleep. Maybe it depends if there's like a time limit on it. Also, is it the Forgotten Night and I just had to walk there? Whatever, it's fine.
Well, glad I am to see you well, Mistress Joyster. I understand you come fresh from an encounter with none other than Leofan.
Master Tentoawa now rests on the second floor. We shall stand vigil to his side every moment until he opens his eyes again. We should not have long to wait, but if you wish to check on him, please do it so at your leisure. There is another matter to discuss. Just before your departure to Gogangne Mills, it seems there was another incident. A group of criminals were released from their cells. The guards found in deep sleep. Doubtless Leofan was behind us. And doubtless the ruffians who clashed with the self-same criminals, Leofan is gathering those who bear a grudge against the Temple Knights to her side, using this animosity to her advantage. We now know for certain that Leofan is the mastermind of these attacks, and that her aim is to chip away at the very foundation of the Temple Knights, our honor. When I shared these revelations with my superiors, 'twas decided that none would speak publicly of the artifact and its powers. The passage of the Unbound seeks to overthrow the nations of the world. One obvious method to achieve this goal would be to stoke the flames of unrest among the common folk, thus sinking Ishgard into a mire of chaos and distrust, not unlike the blasphemous of the final days. Alright, let's not go too far. It's just putting people to sleep. So long as these failures are placed squarely on the shoulders of the Temple Knights, we can avoid fomenting a more abiding mistrust in the nation's very core for Ishgard's peace. I would gladly suffer any disgrace. The question remains as to whether we can apprehend Leofan before she tears our reputation to tatters. While Master Tentoawa slumbers, it falls to us to search for clues that might point towards her whereabouts. Like, this is as bad as this could be as bad as the final days. I'm like, alright, let's cool our jets there. Let's not go crazy in thinking that. The final days. Would be funny. So I was just checking something. Let's keep going. Wake up our friend.
Leofan remains as elusive as ever. If she is in league with the Ishgard's more unsavory elements, she could be hidden anywhere. We have only her cryptic statements to guide us. It seems that whatever her plan is, her actions thus far have been but a prelude to its climax. We can hope but Tentoawa awakens before she emerges again.
Johanna, there you are.
Wait, it's our friend, isn't it? Ah, she's come back.
I'm so glad I found you. I was starting to think I was in the wrong city, but the narwhal guided me through.
Oh, you must be the maiden Tentoawa mentioned. You hail from the same village, yes? I'm Firmalbert of the Temple Knights. It is an honor to meet you.
Tentoawa wrote about you in his letters. I'm Lozen Nekwe, and the honor is all mine.
This is tragic. These people cannot meet each other ever.
Is Tentoawa with you? I haven't received a letter from him some time, so I'm here to check on him. Came here to check on him myself.
He meant to write that letter, didn't he? He's asleep. Sorry. I know you probably wanted to meet him, but, again, she just ran in. Are we animating a room? Oh, we are.
You insufferable fool. Why did I always told you about rushing ahead without thinking? You even have the call to be sleeping when I arrive? You promised me you'd write to me. What was I supposed to do when the letter stopped coming? I was so worried. At least I can take small comfort, and he appears otherwise unharmed. I take it you're to thank for that, Joanna.
Mm-hmm. He told me you were the shut-eye.
Yes, that's right. For 10 years I bore his fatigue, and as a result my body is more fragile than most. But since arriving to Liolol, my life has become normal. As I've walked the city streets and eaten my fill of its food, I felt my strength grow. I can even stay awake for a full day now.
Do you know why Tendawa sleeps so soundly? Reports of other incidents indicated that those affecting awoke in a matter of moments, yet Tendawa shows no signs of stirring.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't say for certain.
Maybe it's swapped between you two.
But I do know the stories of those who came before me. More than one shut-eye has fallen into a sleep much like this. One so absolute that they become deaf to the outside world. With no means to sustain their bodies, they would waste away if left alone. So our people found a mixture of herbs and other materials to help usher the shut-eye back to the waking world.
What could possibly be strong enough to bring someone back from this?
We called it Springdew, and the secrets of its making are passed down through generations. Each drop acts like a ray of sunshine in the darkness of sleep, a beacon for the dreamer to follow. I carry some of the ingredients on my person, but others must be gathered fresh. It won't be an easy task, but I'm certain it will save Tendawa. I don't know their Eorzean name, but one of the flowers blooms a striking yellow, and it grows only where the mountains peak soar above the clouds. Being so close to the heavens, it drinks in the sunlight, and its petals cleanse the body and promote wakefulness.
In the Churning Mist blooms a yellow flower called the dandelion. And no other place in Eorzea can be one closer to touching the sun. Alright. Dandelions.
Good. Next we need a saliva of a beast we call morbles.
Oh.
And the thicker it is, the better. The pungent odor can wake the dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can. Or kill you. I know them well. Morbles are not an uncommon sight in Travanian hinterlands. A mature specimen should possess saliva with desired effect. Hell, just go in the Aurum Vale. You'll find them. The prospect of gathering it, however, is an unenviable task. I can do that.
Once we have those two ingredients, mixing them with the rest should be a simple matter. Do you think you can produce them, Joanna?
Yeah, I got it.
Your confidence is reassuring. Since the marble saliva must be the fresher of the two, I ask that you first climb into the heavens and pick the dandelions for Tendawa.
I gotta get both? Alright, fine. But fair. Hydration. I do have water for me. I've been drinking it. I'll take another sip. No monkey, thank you. Alright. To the dandelions over in Zenith. This way? Oh, it's thundering out here. I gotta fly over this area. Is this the... I think this is the tribe quest area. The Moguls. That's why it's making music there. I've not unlocked any of those. I should. Don't look at me. The Sunshine Dandelion shine has an almost golden yellow. Now for a much more gruesome task. Venture to Draveni hinterlands and collect saliva from the mouth of a full-grown marble. Fun. Oh, like you want to go there? I mean, you could also go to the Aurum Vale, which is in the other area, but fine. Here's good too. There were some Wurmples over in that dungeon. Watch, it tells you, you must now go and run Aurum Vale in order to continue this quest line. That would be so funny. It's pouring over here. Ah, tree! Dodge it. Hi, Alexander. Oh, here's some guys. Get him. Can't survive this. I still don't know why Ishkar just does that in terms of the map. Whatever. That's the wrong area. The good news is, oh, okay. It's in Ishgard. I don't know why. It does that. What the hell? Recruitment notice. What was this? Oh, it's the firmament. That's right. I think I activated that, then never did it. Then I just sort of left it and then reset the quest again. Well, where are they? Oh, probably upstairs. Aha! I've never been in this part of the area. Or if I have, it's been like very, very rare.
I made to start mixing up the ingredients at once. That is, of course, assuming you brought them with you.
Got it. Found among the floating isles above the always, yet the petals of this dandelion grow almost as brilliantly as the sun, which nourishes them. Pungent, so pungent that not a sealed vial can contain its scent completely. A single whiff of this saliva can wrench even the deepest sleeper back into the waking world.
These are difficult to acquire at the best of times, so I thank you for gathering them so quickly. I shall get started immediately. We've done all we can. Now we wait for Tentaawa to open his eyes.
Look at them. They're both awake now.
Huh? Where am I? I hope you enjoyed your sleeping days away, Tentaawa. And I'm glad you're finally awake. Loseneque, what are you doing here?
She came to check on you, silly.
I see. So Leofine wielded the cradle against me, and while I was tucked soundly in bed, Loa's Nekwe came all this way.
Curse my weakness. Just when we had her. Just when I was needed the most, I failed. For 10 years I endured countless trials, and when the time came, I couldn't even swing my damn weapon.
It's not your fault, Tentawa. If anyone's to blame for what's happened, it's me.
No, I won't hear it. Oh, he's clenching his fist. I've seen this before.
As you know, Leofine won our trust by posing as a scholar, traveling the width and breadth of Tural. She expressed great interest in the cradle and our customs, and I was so excited to meet an outsider that I answered her every question. I told her that the Wide Eye keeps the cradle with them at all times, and then she hatched her plan. She took me hostage to draw out Tentoawa.
Loa's Nekwe was sleeping. Leofine snuck into her chamber and held the blade to her throat. I had no choice but to give it to her what she wanted. The cradle of the sleepless. I put Loa's Nekwe's life before the future of our people. It was at that moment I became unfit to be their guardian. Loa's Nekwe is one of your people. Protecting her was your duty. So yeah, you did good, buddy. That's fine. Thank you, Joanna. No, just what to say. That was the only way to see a future where none of my people came to harm. Especially Loa's Nekwe.
Even without the cradle, you're still our guardian. My guardian. We'll find a way through this together.
Seeing you in such high spirits lifts my own. Oh, and before I forget, you trashed Leofine's dogs while I was dreaming in the snow, didn't you? I owe you a debt I won't soon forget. That's fine, they were coming to kill me. And I wager that debt will grow larger before we pry the treasure from Leofine's clutches. But whatever it takes, I won't stop until she's answered for her crimes.
I'm embarrassed to admit that was the first time I've ever created the mixture. I'm glad it works as intended.
You know, while I was sleeping, I dreamed. I saw Loa's Nekwe and I as children. Nothing particularly interesting happened. We just whiled the days away, without a care in the world. I'd forgotten what it was like to dream. It was pleasant. Until a giant dragon came and ate us, and then we went into space and shot lasers through our eyes to beat it. That was a little more exciting, I guess. I can remember wanting to stay there, to never open my eyes again. But of course, the moment I gave form to that thought, I opened them and Loa's Nekwe was there. Oh. Even if we get the cradle back, will things return to the way they were? You go back to spending your life in dreams.
I suppose so. It's my duty as a Shaddai, after all.
Your duty. And it was your duty, too, that compelled you to come all the way here to Ishgard. That's pretty cool. But no more.
What are you saying?
I tried so hard to convince myself that you were glad spending so much time asleep. But being on the other side made me realize I was lying to myself all along. I don't want to return to a life where you and I are bound together, but always so far apart.
I want to go back to those happy days. And we were by each other's sides.
Oh.
I guess what I'm saying is, if there's a different path for us, I want to find it. I want to walk it with you.
Yeah, let's go.
But not yet. First, we reclaim the cradle. And where we have, we'll take our first steps towards that new future. I promise. I must confess, I haven't felt the same since I woke up. I know I was in bed for a while, but instead of feeling refreshed, my body feels weaker somehow. It's almost as if my very strength was sapped when the treasure was turned on me. I can't even grip my weapon properly.
Leofine did remark that she felt invigorated. Maybe she took the vitality for herself. But maybe it's also taking your Aether. Like, storing it. And if you don't have it on, then you take it away. It's just like, ugh, tired. After the cradle has been sapping the Aether of its target all along.
Then, does that mean the cradle has powers we don't know about?
Not exactly. It may just mean the cradle works differently than we thought. Its wielder might not pass on their fatigue. Rather, they absorb another's vigor.
The end effect would be the same. The cradle's wielder can go on without sleep, and its victim loses the strength to even keep their eyes open.
You never took more than you needed, so my slumber was always light enough to awaken from. But if the treasure was used without restraint,
if we've had this revelation, it won't be long before Leo finds us too. Then it will be too late. We have to root her out. But I mustn't rush ahead blindly. As Lozenekwe never tires of telling me, I feel nearly weak as a child right now. I must spend that precious time we have training to regain what strength Leofine stole from me. You have my word, I won't rest until I'm top form again. I suggest that you do the same, if for no other reason, and give me some stiff competition.
No problem, buddy. That's 98. Let me quickly take a tiny break. I need to go get... I'm gonna get some soda in the bathroom. We're ready to go. Oh god. Let's keep going on this quest. Got some soda, some water still. They really play machinations on me again, god damn it.
you're looking strong, Joanna. Well, I'm not my old self yet. I'm feeling better by the day. Still, there's much work to be done. I need to be even better than I was before, and were to have any hope catching Leofine. I wonder what she's plotting with the rest of her cohorts. We know they aim to topple nations around the world, but this is an odd way to go about it, don't you think? Why haven't her misdeeds in Ishgard extended any farther than the Temple Knights?
We pondered that same question. Our best guess was that as a former Temple Knight herself, she chose them because she knows how to exploit their weaknesses.
She's using that knowledge as a weapon. We need to equip ourselves likewise. If we can learn more about her, we might be able... Excuse me. We might be able to participate in her next move.
A good plan. But I admit I have no idea where to start. Should we ask Firmalbert? Can't say words today.
I already have. He said that while he never knew her personally, the knights in her old squadron might be able to shed light into her past. Some of them even now patrol the city, and Firmalbert was a great help in telling me where they might be.
You've been busy, Lozenekwe.
Well, I can't remember the last time I was awake this long. I didn't want to sit around until I got tired again.
Fair. And we're all the better for it. Since you've gathered the information, it's only fitting I should do the legwork. Just tell me where these knights are and I'll speak with them.
Gladly. But Ishgard is still an unfamiliar city for both of us, right? Although Firmalbert told me where to go, the names of these places mean nothing to me. Luckily, we have Joanna to guide you. You'll go with Tatoawa, won't you?
Of course.
I knew we could count on you. Alright, take note of these locations.
Alright.
How many temple knights are there? Not even Firmabert would know all of them. I can barely imagine.
Phew, there's a lot.
Being forced to work with someone like Leofine isn't a fate I would envy. I'm curious to hear what these knights would have to say about her. Hopefully they provide insight that'll help us guide us forward. Time is of the essence, Joanna. Let's get moving.
Oh. They're always accompanying me. Let's go, buddy. Any first laces of interest? There's one over there. Only if we... Let's go over here first. Someone here worked with her, so alright. You jump? No. If only. This place is dark as hell. Do I have the... Sometimes I put the setting a little high. No, it's... Well... I mean, it shouldn't be this dark. Also, let me remember, I'm gonna take these off. That's why they're shaded spectacles. Not the spectacles I wanted to wear. Let's just unequip that, it's fine. Oh! Wait, has it been double spectacles on my head? Oh my god. Let's wear these spectacles instead. How's about that? Keep blocking my eyes. Only because the war ends doesn't mean we have peace. The true peace lies within. Yeah, I see. Let me also look at the character lighting here. What do we got? Well, in darkness, it's much better. Oh, this is a rare privilege. What business could the savior of Ishgard have with a humble knight? Gotta learn if you worked with that lady. You wanna know about Leofine? Well, many temple knights come from common stock, but she was different. Despite what she became, Leofine was born of noble blood. Even so, she often made mock of Ishgard's customs and the responsibilities that bound the contract of noble families. Doubtless she yearned for freedom of all her life. Or her idea of it anyways. Although her deeds caused her to be expelled from the Temple Knights and summarily stripped of her title, she may actually have desired that outcome. If she hated it so much, all she had to do was leave. I hear she did leave, for a time, at least. Now she's in league with a group that aims to plunge the world into chaos. If a selfish heart like Leofine was sought out to aid in this plot, I shudder to imagine how wicked their leader must be. Though she's pretty wicked. She left without paying. It's fucked up. Well, actually, she left without ordering anything. So, I mean, technically what I said is correct. She did leave without paying because she didn't order anything. But still, devious. Where are we? We're here. Let's just go down. Let's go down. Fuck it. Let's walk. Walking won't kill us. Or running, I guess, in this case. Yeah, I'm not sure. Lighting. And lighting in the... Well, this one's a gray-ass zone. I usually put it to 50. I'll put the character lighting up, so that should be fine. Just in there was very dark. Do you require aid? I must keep watch, so forgive me if I don't engage in idle chit-chat. Leofine. For her, I could spare a moment. I don't suppose you know why she was expelled from the Temple Knights, do you? While few were her equal in swordplay, and fewer still handled their mounts with such grace, she oft spent her nights carousing in the gambling halls. It was after just such a night she fell asleep while on duty. Some may call it cruel twist of fate, but dragons attacked our charges as she slept. They were left defenseless. In her negligence, she was deemed to have aided in our ancestral foe. and thus was stripped of her knighthood and the noble title both.
It's falling asleep on duty. A story that saw it could become all too familiar.
Oh, so you must have a grudge on that, huh? Given what happened, I no doubt she came to fear sleep. Yet now she has conquered that weakness, and she wields it as a weapon against us. She may even believe herself to be beyond the reach of mortal danger, yet she's only deluding herself, and in time she'll be made to answer for her deeds. Okie dokie. That way. There's also a place you want to apparently talk at. What is this? Why can't I accept it? Who are you? Oh? Level 50. Oh. Discuss this.
That you, Reynat.
I've heard that people of Ishgard revere a warrior god. But here's a statue of flesh and blood knight. I've never seen such a thing. My people make no figures of depictions of our departed, fearing that such objects would keep them from finding their way to the next world. The only idol we keep is the cradle of the sleepless. And thanks to its blessings, a wide eye has always watched over us. So our reverence is devoted solely to the narwhal. It's enough that it guides our people to safety, to the next sunrise.
I do wonder, will they have a wide eye after this? Like, he doesn't want to be it anymore. What are they gonna do? All is quiet. Even so, I must remain vigilant. Leofine, a name spoken in hushed whispers now. But many have forgotten her strategic genius. She had singular talent for achieving victory in battle, whatever means necessary.
Genius. Maybe we're just too dense to see how our actions would cause Ishgard to collapse.
Given that her group seems relatively few in number, an assault on Ishgard is unlikely. Rather, I think her aim is to chip away at the people's trust in Ishgard's foundation, and by the absence of a few vital bricks bring the whole nation tumbling down. The thought gives me worry. Even now, representatives from Ishgard are preparing to visit Okezundu, the Sea of Clouds. If anything were to go wrong, it would be a grievous blow to Ishgard's reputation. As we saw at Falcon's Nest, certain elements that oppose our nation see friendly gestures as a chance to spark conflict. Given recent developments, Sir Handaloop has been debating whether to visit is a wise choice.
Well, we have a general understanding of what drives our adversary. Stories that paint a picture of a rotten, conniving soul.
Think of Emmerich. It must have been hard on Lord Commander. Emmerich, I miss you, buddy.
Lord Commander? I take it that's leader of these Temple Knights? Fancy titles hold no little interest in me. I sympathize with anyone who had to give orders to a rotten apple like Leofine. Giving the Temple Knights a warning is the least we can do. It's clear that this delegation, was it, might prove an enticing target for Leofine. Finally, we have knowledge to use against our enemy. If we all work together, we might be able to trap her. We haven't much time. Let's return to the congregation and tell this Handaloop what we know. Thank you for the info.
Handaloop.
Funny name.
What up, Handaloop? How's it going?
You are ever welcome at the congregation, Joanna. I'm well apprised of Leofine's wicked deeds, and your efforts to flush her out have been much appreciated. And this must be Master Tentoawa, who crossed the ocean from Taral. I hope you have recovered from your ordeal.
I'm better than ever. Apologies for taking up one of your pets for so long.
Please, no apologies are necessary. On the contrary, the Temple Knights yet owe you a debt for all you have done. Which brings us to the purpose of this visit. You had something to discuss with me. I see. And I had the same doubts. The delegation to Okezundu would be an obvious target for Leofine. I was but recently debating the wisdom of moving forward with our plans. As you know, all of Ishgard falls under the protection of the Temple Knights. As such, 'tis only meet that we maintain and strengthen friendly relations with our neighbors. The delegation in question is tasked with deepening mutual understanding of each of our unique cultures. Sonu Vanu, chief of the Zundu, is most eager to host. Yet, so long as the specter of Leofine hangs over our order, I fear visits abroad are unwise. Should any of the Vanu Vanu come to harm, our relations could be damaged irreparably. As we have no way of knowing if Leofine has caught wind of our plans, I am in the mind of postponing the delegation may be the most prudent course of action for the safety of all.
This could also be a perfect chance to draw her out. I'll be there this time. We all know where we're going.
That's right. Joanna and I won't let anyone come to harm. And as long as you warn Vanu Vanu in advance, they shouldn't hold the actions of a rogue against you. If they're truly your allies, they'll see wisdom in your judgment. Please send a delegation as planned. It'll be our best chance to capture Leofine.
Yes, your words have merit. Thank you for the sage counsel. You're right, the Zundu would not stand idly by while we suffer at Leofine's hand. In fact, the fellowship between the two peoples was forged when a god assailed their home and was brought low by a great hero, Joanna.
I wonder who that was.
If we tell the Zundu that she's keeping watch over the proceedings, then I am certain all doubts shall be quelled.
Then you'll proceed.
Indeed, the time has come for the Temple Knights to reclaim our honor and go on the counteroffensive. I shall bring the suggestion of a joint operation against Leofine to the Lord Commander as soon as possible.
Thank you. Together we'll put a stop to her scheme.
I first must discuss matters with the others involved before we present a plan to the Lord Commander. Although time is of the essence, I ask that you wait until our course is settled.
I guess this will be the finale. Fun little fight in the sky. How the hell are we gonna fight a person who can put people to sleep?
Tentozawa told me what you learned of Leofine. To be honest, I do empathize somewhat with her desire to be free from the bonds of sleep, but that's where my sympathy ends. It's exactly because we must sleep that every waking moment is precious. A life awake is meaningless if we can't spend it with those we care about.
I realize now that I agreed to defend the people I know next to nothing about. Tell me if these Zundu will soon be visiting.
Large fluffy birds.
I like the Hanu Hanu. With an even more penchant for metaphor. They look like large fluffy birds.
Really? Two groups of such people so far apart. The world really is full of surprises. Even a single city is enough for a lifetime. Every day I hear something that gives me food for thought. Like the story of the Dragon Song War, for instance. Generations of animosity between dragon and man that somehow ended in a rekindled fellowship. I imagine whole world like that. A world where there'd be no need for protectors. The wide-eye watches not only for the monsters in the wilderness, but our neighbors as well. We've barely even considered sending delegations outside our village gates. And the cold snap only made things worse. With everyone struggling just to survive, our every thought goes towards defending our scarce resources. But if we only look outward with wariness, there's no hope for the future to change. No hope to build trust. If only there was a way to bridge the distance between us and greet tomorrow hand in hand. Maybe that's just a silly dream. Maybe. Either way, it's a beautiful thought.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm glad you think so.
I'll hold that future in my mind as I get back to training.
I just realized they laugh like Titus. Is that like a reference to FF10? Like the hearers laugh like Titus?
As for you, Joanna, get some rest. If you fall asleep when I need you most, I'll wake you up with a knock on the head.
Yeah, you could try. Which materia is this? Again, it's all 11, but... Well, 2 of them are useful. Then they were like, well, it's a tank. You need tenacity, correct? And I'm like, no. No, I don't. I do not need tenacity. Thank you, though.
Sir Handaloop still hasn't sent word. I guess the others might not be so enthusiastic about our plan. To them, the cradle of sleepiness is naturally still something to be feared. No matter how much faith they have in your strength, you'd be at Leofine's mercy if she put you to sleep. Honestly, I don't blame them. Not even I imagined our treasure could be used for such evil. In Leofine's hands, it's no more than an indiscriminate weapon. But that means we have to get it back. We can turn it into something else. Something no one's ever thought of before. We can find a way to use it without forcing someone to spend their life in slumber. Of course I agree with you, Tentoawa, but we have more pressing matters. Namely a rogue knight to capture the treasure to recover. Right. Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
All we ready to go? Apologies for keeping you waiting so long. The Temple Knights have finally reached a decision concerning the delegation to the Sea of Clouds.
And what have you decided?
Pleased to say that the Zundu have agreed to join forces with us. Together we shall drive back Leofine, should she attack. If her shadow darkens even an ilm of their homeland, our peaceful delegation shall turn into a fighting force at a moment's notice. We shall restore the Temple Knight's reputation. We will cover your artifact in one fell swoop.
Thank you, Handaloop. Handaloop, we promise to do our part if Leofine shows herself. She won't get away this time.
Yeah, but to hammer out the finer details, once we're ready to depart, the first group of knights shall leave by airship. I would ask that you both make your way to Ogezundu as soon as possible, so that you may help plan our strategy.
Oh, damn it. I'm coming too. I can heal your wounds, and if it comes to it, I stab and bruise as well as a club.
Another bot. Why are there so many bots here? That's what happens when I get for, turning off the follower only mode.
I'll gladly have you with us. I'm done taking on the world alone. I need you, Lozenekwe. And Joanna too. We're stronger together than we could ever be apart. The cradle never would have been stolen if I'd realized that from the beginning. I want you by my side to ensure I don't forget it. Now then, we better be off. I'm keen to meet this Chief Sonuvanu.
Yeah.
All there.
Get Farah.
Short little creature.
Hey, buddy, what up? Nice to see you once again. Yo, we gotta go beat up this crazy roofie chick.
Honored Netherling, your return to Ogezundu is a welcome as the arrival of spring. Sonu knows where you come. Wicked hearts seek to bring chaos to our home. And so the Zundu shall rise to its defense if needed. As the sun's rays chase away the shadows of night, the Sundrop dance shall keep its tendrils of sleep at bay.
Chief Sonuvanu,
It's an honor to meet you. I'm Tentoawa of this, and if this sun drop dance is as invigorating as you say, I'd love to see it for myself.
The Zundu shall dance before Ishgard's warriors upon their arrival. Brave Tentoawa is welcome to join the proceedings.
That was your original intent, right? I see. If what did your Leo find out, it makes sense to pretend like nothing is amiss.
Zundu warriors unify their strengths to do the sun drop dance, and the sight of it is so fearsome that many choose to flee rather than fight. Netherling warriors may learn much from such an approach. Breaking the enemy spirit avoids needless bloodshed. Yet all dancers must hone their skills before wild animals first. That the sun drop dance does not fail them at the most crucial moment. It is for that reason our dancers await at the outskirts of Okezundu for the Netherlings' arrival. When the performance begins, it shall draw the attention of all like a roiling cloud coming over the horizon. Watch carefully for any who would take advantage of that moment. After the dance is finished, Netherlings will present the Zundu with Chief Zundu! Netherling ship appears in the skies like sudden sun shower hurtling toward the earth. Swiftly it descends crashing down near Zundu dancers. Ship's markings are Ishgardian. Zundu are unhurt, but wounded Netherlings pour from vessel.
Like a lightning bolt in the night, Leofine strikes.
The Temple Knights were coming by airship, right? All Leofine had to do was lull the pilot to sleep.
She saw right through us, and now we're on the back foot.
Great winds can alter the raging river's course. What matters is to stand strong and move forward. And now we must offer aid to the Netherlings who come as guests.
Right, let's go.
Yeah. Time for the final battle.
Okay. If this is the work of the cradle, Leofine can't be far. We must tend to the wounded, but I won't let her escape again. This ends today, one way or the other.
My level in materia is pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to go through this with ease. Although I think if it's synced, it did get ignored materia, so my item level is at max at 680 when it's synced down.
There you are, Leofine. It's actually like 710 or something.
I came all this way. You came all this way just to greet me. Oh, I'm honored. I only hope my gift was satisfactory. 'Tis a shame you will not see Ishgard crumble. Alas, I could scarcely suffer rats to scurry about my feet, dreading to gnaw away at my carefully laid plans. Eepy. At least you bear witness to the dying breath of a Temple Knight's flagging honor. We would sooner see that wrecked airship soar again than their reputation return to its former glory. Yet even I did not foresee the Zundu would be in the ship's path. The fury favors me, for who now would trust a nation so careless as to put their neighbors at risk? Everyone knows you're behind this. People won't turn on each other so easily. Oh, I didn't see you there. The shut-eye wide awake. Doubly honored I am that you came all this way just to meet your end. Enough. We're taking the cradle back. We won't let your evil continue any longer. Such bold words. If I recall correctly, your people reaped great benefits from the artifact's powers, at all the costs of someone's waking life. Your life. Pray, do not misunderstand me. That was not meant to be a denouncement of your people. On the contrary, they have my utmost respect. We are bound by our very nature. No matter how mighty we become, we are slaves to the whims of sleep. Yet this artifact can sunder those shackles and grant true freedom. It makes its wielder stronger and their enemies weak. A perfect weapon if you ask me. I can't say whether using the cradle is right or wrong. I only know that a life lived at the cost of another is no life at all. You're right about one thing. We are bound to our nature. But that doesn't shackle us. It brings us together. Whether I'm asleep or I'm awake, as long as Lozaneque is by my side, that's the life I want.
Aww.
We'll take the cradle back together. She's exhausted the cradle's power on the Temple Knights. This is our chance. Huh. No plan is without its wrinkles, I suppose. Fortunately, I prepare for all contingencies.
Let's go! We're random goons! Oh man, they're gooning.
Leofine, the unchivalrous.
I like how this boss battle is like, oh yeah, let's actually put a serious song here rather than the other ones were just silly songs.
You had the opportunity to live a quiet life, but I will not give it again. This time I shall send you into slumber, from which you will never wake.
Well, good luck with that.
Da, 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 da.
Alright.
Get the cradle back or we'll take it back. Oh, bluster as usual. Take it, if you dare.
Sure. I got him. I don't know why you need a tank if you're also a tank, but whatever, it's fine. Hit their ass. I wash away the darkness of sleep with the sun drop dance. Nope. They're gonna kill him. I got him. Nope. Right. Sun drop dance. Sun drop dance. Oh shit! Good job. What happened? Woo! Oh no, my. No. Come on. I want to attack you. Oh well.
Now you're all alone. This ends now, Leofine. Why am I cursed with incompetence? Very well. Dance with me, wide-eye.
Not only that, you do realize that I am the warrior light, right? You really could fight me? 'Cause, oh boy! Don't worry, I'm a paladin. I'm good. He's not doing anything too crazy yet. Please tell me to go in the other one. Thank you. Healing is on the way. Sorry, he's kind of over healing right now, but sure, whatever. Did we win? I mean, it's not that easy, right? Oh yeah, it's not that easy, okay.
The artifact swells with power. It begs to be released. And you shut your eyes for the final time. Take a glimpse of the waking world.
Oh no. Brace yourself against the power of the artifact. I'll also do mine. It's double. No, Tentawa.
Do you think this piece of wood is for protection? Such a glowing sentiment.
Oh. There's more of you. Please wake him up. Very appreciative. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing... Whoops. I just realized what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Hey, don't hurt him. I got it now. I understand. Good job.
On your feet, Tentawa. It's your duty as the wide eye.
Whoa, alright. Good job, guy.
Huh? I was asleep. I owed you all my life. Thank you.
Soon to go help allies. As the foe winds guide you to victory. Thanks, guys.
How are they doing this?
Nope, that's the only mitigation I have, except for this one as well. Oh. Alright. This, and do this. Ah, yeah, we got this. Nope. I know how to interject, don't worry. I think we're gonna She probably maybe has more mechanics, but it's over. I totally forgot that they could have been like, oh yeah, tanks can interject. Oh, we're gonna put some interject mechanics in there. That's it. Oh, evil music.
You stubborn. You may have won today, but this is not over.
It is over. What? Oh, she got a bird.
The heck is that?
That's that boss from the level 51 dungeon.
Yes, it is. No, I said it's not over. Get fucked.
No. Oh, I'm eepy today. No, real I never get to sleep.
Damned fool. Now.
Oh, she dropped it. Get fucked.
No.
Got her.
Say goodnight, Leofine.
Eepy. It's fucking dead. Whoops. Unless the eagle gets her.
The wide eye watches eternal, and eternal is the sleep it bestows.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. That was auto.
We finally stopped her. Yes. We have someone else to worry about.
Yeah, I kind of need to wake up. Please.
Joanna, wake up. Are you alright? Only she would smile at a time like this.
Listen, my vacation was a little less vacation, more workcation, so I kind of need this right now. Oh, what the?
She's awake.
Oh man, I was having a nice dream. I was hanging out with Vana again. We were having food, having a nice date. Oh well. Thanks, guys.
Erling looks hale as a warrior in their prime. Good. Our wicked foes fled from Sundrop Dance like twilight before dawn.
It's good to see you awake. Don't worry, you weren't asleep for long. And judging by your fierce expression, the cradle didn't sap any of your trademark figure.
Well, that's good. Otherwise, I see a debuff.
Your work is done, Joanna. You did a commendable job as our shield, and now you can lay down your burden. It was thanks to your bravery that I was able to deal the final blow to Leofine. And with the cradle back in our possession, I think we can consider this expedition across the seas to be a success. The Zundu helped us gather the wounded and see them to safety off the Ishgard. We couldn't have done it without you.
Erlings protect our lives as fiercely as Gillicat protects protecting kittens.
Zunu are moved by your might. Like, look at this Gelcat. Look, it would protect anything.
Fierce. Fierce protector. You're equally as impressive. I shall learn the Sundrop Dance myself. Oh, I won't strike a figure half as fierce as yours.
Anyway,
the Zundu seem to have everything well in hand. The Handaloop is likely eager to see us. We should return to Ishgard as soon as we can.
so you call them fat? So I won't strike a figure half as big as yours. Dare you? All right, you got it. You can do this. Just go to Ishgard. Yeah, alright. No, there's the map. No. At the spine. My ass. Why isn't it Ishgard? Close enough. Wait, that girl's asleep. Like, did she die? Or maybe she'll be in the final quest. Maybe she'll come back. Out of all of them, she seemed the most formidable of them. Well, that and the dude who kept copying people.
Ah, the heroes of the day have returned. Thanks to your valor, the dread Leofine possessed is no more. What's more, not a single life was lost.
Yeah, the dude who copied people actually killed somebody. So, yeah.
On behalf of the Temple Knights, allow me to express my utmost gratitude to you all.
You don't owe me thanks. After all, it was my fault that the cradle was stolen in the first place. And ultimately my fault that your delegation to Okezundu turned into a melee.
Oh, don't say that.
It may be true that our visit to the Sea of Clouds was far from peaceful, but the bond between the Zundu and Temple Knights has only deepened through overcoming mutual adversity. Blessings often take inscrutable forms. And while we know not where Leofine yet lives, we do know that she can no longer reach the source of her ill-gotten power, so we have little more to fear from her. With this crisis behind us, the common folk no longer have aught to fear. We will make the story of Leofine's schemes and the heroes who worked to foil them, and in time I hope that trust in our order will be restored. The Temple Knights shall continue to build relations with our neighbors for years to come, relations which shall form the foundation of Ishgard's future. We would be honored if we could count on you among our allies in this endeavor.
Anything you need, simply call upon us and we'll be there. No questions asked.
Hooray! I mean, it'll take them a while, but yeah.
And with that, it's time for we returned home. It's been an honor. We'll be passing through Tuliola on our way back, Joanna. And if you have business in those parts, we'd love to speak with you at Shabalyav Te before setting off. See you soon, hopefully.
Most definitely. Do. Wait. Let's just cast return. That's a good idea. Do. Alright. Whoop. What up, fam?
I'm glad you made it back to Tural, Joanna. I've been in Ishgard for so long, I almost forgot when it's like the sweat. I remember now. You can be sure.
Yeah, no, I'm in this outfit. I'm sweating right now.
Joanna, there you are. I was afraid we wouldn't see you before we left. You arrived not long ago, and the prize broke everything that happened. This is the longest I've spent away from our village. But even though Tuliola and Ishgard were likely entirely different worlds to me, I was only ever treated with kindness. Is anything the matter, Tintoawa?
Nothing. It's just something I've been thinking about. People have always been self-sufficient. The Ishgardians and the Zundu showed that
Looking to your neighbor can reveal a way through the harshest difficulties. And you're at Handaloop. The bond between Ishgard and Okezundu was only made deeper through their shared ordeal. To trust another to such a degree, well, I think it's a goal we should all strive toward. We have at least one friend like that, don't we? She who bent her ears to every note of the narwhal's lullaby, without shade of fear in her eyes. Thank you, Joanna.
Oh, no problem. My ears are pretty bendable. Only in fan fiction though. In the game engine, nah, they don't bend at all.
For believing in us. For believing that no matter the outcome, your actions will not be in vain. In so doing, you taught me the worth of fighting alongside allies you can trust.
Damn, alright. Even if your shield breaks, that is not the end. Yeah, just twist a knife at me, yeah, why don't you do that?
You're right. It's our faith in our allies, and their faith in us. That gives us the courage to protect each other. But approaching someone with open arms doesn't mean they'll accept you. The relations between our people and our neighbors have been strained by generations of mistrust. We must take care to mend them properly. If we can do that, and learn to look towards the future in hand, then there will be no need to use the cradle ever again. People can sleep and dream untroubled, and awakened with bright eyes. I want to see those days come to pass.
Me too. Then, you and I can finally spend more time together.
Right.
Of course.
Oh. Good for you too.
If we're going to see this future, then we should get back to our village. They'll be overjoyed to see the cradle returned.
Thank you for everything, Joanna. Next time we meet, we both have good news to share.
Thank you. The tenacity materia that I could sell. No sleep till Tulio, lol. Alright, if I count my break, that was probably about 2.5 hours, so we may not have time for FF9. Because around 7 I gotta stop, and then at some point I'm gonna eat food. Huh. But whatever. Anyway, it's time for the last one. Which healer do I take? I usually do Scholar. A book nerd, as it were. This headgear does not match what I'm wearing. But, what's the healer look like? Well, this is nice, too. The white mage, I mean. But I also need experience, so the next one I would level the regen healer last time, so I guess good old Gundam. Alright. That was actually a good quest, though. It was pretty alright. It developed the main characters way more than the one before it, which was the caster one? The physical caster one? What's that, the caster one? God, I can't remember. No, yeah. Hang on. This is it in New Game Plus. Only Uptime Walker is there. What about the roll ones? Only the Endwalker ones are here too. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I can't remember. It was the one we did before, with the girl, the cat girl. She was cute. I can't remember the fucking job I went as though. That's funny. The tank one was pretty good. Actually, so far, I guess the tank one was the best. Because I think the relationship between those two was really nice. I like the one that took place in Alamigo is good, but like, it just... The villain is so boring and silly that I kind of really couldn't take it that seriously. And this is coming from a guy who likes Hildebrand. A lot of these are Hildebrand like stories where the villains are very villain of the week, silly guys. But they I don't know, they just don't hit as hard as that. They don't go too they don't go as far as Hildebrand, but they don't, but they're still not as serious enough to take. The last one was kind of a mixture of that. Actually, it was the least Hildebrand of them, which I think kind of worked in its favor, which was good.